So the next part is we're going to look at some more resources in your folder. Inside your folder you have a little bag that has some cards that we're going to use in our consensus protocol. And so if you would each take out the 3 cards that are the assess implementation cards, and those have a battery on them that say full, partial, and none. And so those are the only 3 that you need right now. And they look like this with the batteries. And so if you've got those ready to go, then Lorraine will take us through the next process.
Thank you, Shelley. So what we're going to do first and right now is assess the level of implementation here at our school. So as we do this, we're going to ask that you think about what you read with the research and what was shared, and then privately think about Element 1 curriculum. And is it fully implemented here at our school, partially, or not at all? And so when we think about full implementation, we can think of it as all indicators that were listed in the research in all grade are evident in all grade levels and in all classrooms, and we can easily provide examples. So if you think that that is where we're at with Element 1, then that would be full implementation. Partial implementation would be that some of the indicators listed are being implemented in some grades or in some of the classrooms with some teachers. So that would be partial. And then none, at this time we cannot provide any examples of any of the indicators being implemented in classrooms. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you to turn the cards to yourself and think about those things. And then what I'll do is I'll count. I'll say 1, 2, 3, show, and then we'll turn our cards around and do a vote and see if we have consensus. Okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, show. Okay, so it looks like we have 3 partial votes and 3 full votes. So what we're going to do is, starting with Shelley, if you wouldn't mind just sharing out why you voted the way you did.
So my vote was partial because some of the indicators being implemented at High Hopes are happening, but not in every single classroom. And I'm not really sure that our curriculum really does adequately address the learning of all of our students, so that's why I voted partial.
My vote was partial due to the OAS standards alignment. During our grade level meetings, we're still discovering gaps, and I think if we were collaborating vertically, we may find even more gaps.
You know, I voted full because I really thought we were hitting all of the indicators, but after listening to the reasons that Shelley and Shauna have given, I would have to probably change my vote to partial.
I agree with Kelly. I also voted full, but I'm really concerned about what Shauna was talking about how collaboration has to not just be horizontally, but vertically as well. It sounds like we're doing that within our own grade groups, but we're not doing it with the before and above. And so I think that that is really important within our school building. But I also think we have to take it a step further. We need our district level schools to be a part of that process so that we can all be on the same page.
I voted full too, because I think I was looking at the lens of my own classroom, but listening to everybody else, I think I'm changing my mind.
Okay. And so my vote was partial, really because of 2 things that stood out. I'm not sure that we're fully aligned to OAS standards, and then I think we fall a little short of being culturally responsive, so that's why I voted the way I did. Thank you for sharing that. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and do a revote. So if you can take your cards, and if you're changing your vote or keeping them, get that card in front of you. And again, we'll use the same process. I'll say 1, 2, 3, show, and then we'll see if we can come to a consensus. 1, 2, 3, show. Okay, looks like we've come to a consensus. Thank you very much. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and discuss each of the indicators for Essential Element 1 and how they currently are implemented here at our school. So Megan, our recorder, if you don't mind, if you could take notes while we go around. And so let's get our document back out with the research. And we're going to start with 1.1. And we're just going to do this. Anybody wants to share out what 1.1 curriculum alignment looks like at High Hope, that would be great.
I feel like we're lacking some evidence that our curriculum is actually research-based and aligned to the Oklahoma academic standards, because our data is showing that our students, they're clearly not reaching mastery using the curriculum that we have right now.
Well, our curriculum may be age and developmentally appropriate, but is it culturally responsive? We have a very diverse group, so are we really hitting all students?
And if we get to where we can say we're fully implementing our curriculum, then it might demonstrate strong connections between content areas, but I don't think we're there yet.
Collaboration among schools in the district, I feel like needs improvement. Much of it's informal, and we're not intentional about what we're meeting about.
Thank you, Shauna. Does everyone agree about these statements for 1.1? Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead and move to 1.2. District facilitates and communicates OAS. Any comments on how our school measures up to this indicator?
Well, it really talks a lot about discussions around the Oklahoma academic standards, both horizontally and vertically, and their alignment within our school and district in our curriculum. And we just don't have any formal process in place at all here at High Hopes, or as far as I know, across the district, that would help us have those intentional conversations.
I agree.
Okay, do we all agree?
Yes.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move to, or look at 1.3 again, discussion of overlaps and gaps in the curriculum.
Even though we've worked on identifying and addressing gaps in our curriculum, I feel like that we don't have an organized process for this, and we don't know if there's a specific process developed by our district or a board policy that's related to this.
Any other discussion about 1.3?